adorable as possible." Of course, she was quoting me exactly. Our kids had excellent recall for statements Mitch and I had made, certain special selections only, usually having to do with promises of ice cream and other special treats. Christmas was just weeks away, and Livy and Nathan were in agony. It seemed each day another package arrived in the mail for the kids from our far-flung extended families. It wasn't easy for them to watch the presents pile up and know it would be weeks before they could open anything. "I could find something in my room to give away," she said in a wheedling tone. "I'm sure you could, but you're not staying tonight. You're going with Dad," I said in a firmer voice. The lure of opening a present, even a white elephant gift, was a heavy draw for her. But since no other kids had been invited, I didn't think it was right to let Livy stay. "But Mom!" The garage door rumbled up. Rex, our Rottweiler, who might look intimidating but had a sweet temperament and would slobber all over anyone who'd let him, shot through the kitchen, scrambling across the tile, then the wood floor, legs flailing. He met Mitch at the door with his typical enthusiasm, wiggling and whining a greeting. Livy hopped off her bar stool and grabbed Mitch's waist to hug him, and Nathan flew into the kitchen shouting, "Dad's home! Dad's home! We're gonna get pizza!" Mitch hugged the kids, scratched Rex's ears, and gave me a kiss, all while setting down his lunchbox and leather jacket. He told the kids to get their coats on while he changed out of his flight suit. A few minutes later, he was back in the kitchen in a rugby shirt and jeans, reaching over my shoulder for a carrot stick. "Looks good in here," he said. I was shaking red sprinkles over the cookies before the frosting set, but I paused and glanced into the living room and the dining room. Sweeps of evergreen garland dotted with tiny white Christmas lights, red bows and creamy white magnolias decorated the mantel of our gas fireplace. The Christmas tree stood in the corner of the dining room, by the window, with an assortment of gleaming ornaments interspersed with the homemade ornaments that the kids had made at school. Fat vanilla and cranberry candles in islands of evergreen were scattered over the tables, and a potpourri of tiny pine cones, holly and evergreen, scented the air. "It does look good," I said, half surprised. I've been so focused on checking off each item from my to-do list that I haven't stepped back and taken in the whole picture.
"Imagine that. You focused on a to-do list," Mitch said, and I swatted his arm with the dish towel. He dodged the flick of the towel as I said, "It looks great because I focused on that list." Mitch had some issues with my list-making habits. He preferred the looser, more relaxed approaches to life. I liked to know exactly where I was going and what I had to do to get there. He held up his hands in mock surrender.
"Right, you're right. Without the list, we'd be lost."
"That's right," I said, smiling because I knew he was humoring me. He grinned back and let the subject drop. We'd been married long enough that we both knew that neither of us was going to change our outlook on life. Agree to disagree, that was our motto. At least it was our motto where to-do lists were concerned. He bit into a cookie, then asked,
"Tell me again why you're hosting this thing. I thought you'd sworn off squadron parties after my promotion party."
I cringed. "Don't remind me," I said grimly. That promotion party was a squadron legend. "I said I'd host this party in a moment of weakness. Amy was supposed to do it, but her mom went into the hospital." I squared my shoulders. "This party is going to be different from the promotion party. Nice and normal. Dull even. Just good food, conversation, and presents."
"No flamin' turkey fryer?"
Mitch asked with a straight face. I rolled the dish towel again and he moved out of my range. "No," I said, as I went back to arranging the cookies on a platter. I transferred the platter to the dining room table. Mitch followed me and began massaging my shoulders.
"I'm sure it'll work out fine,"
he said, all the teasing gone from his tone. "Thanks." I felt my shoulders relaxing under his fingers. I wasn't a natural hostess. I worried too much and spun myself into